And walking back on the way to car shows, you receive every horse, but for part two, call over the money cost. If we have, we're going to see, gamble. I'm always telling you that, man. I can't see what talking about, money cost, Kelvin, wait. My money cost be sitting there, when we have it, we in the cost, so we took the off. And add to the cost off because if my Kelvin money, it's a 4 time Mark Carroll got the money car. And the third time the money car, you will get the cost. So they have we now after the cost off. And then the no that we get game they pay the $200. We gave us it happened on the car. They said what happened? What happens if you do the car? That's why what happened was is the cost. So and can we how many can we say maybe it's a what happened one car so. I we can for fire on my car my mind car. You can see what happened.
Carol Phillips are rooting you on. This is your fourth try at the money cards, and you haven't done too well up to now.
We will this time. We've got to think positive.
That's the way to feel. Let's get to those money cards right now. Come on, Carol. Let's do it. Carol, you just won $200 in the game. Yours to keep. We won't take that away from you. Now we're going to give you new money to play with, and this time you're going to bet that money. Starting on the bottom line, we'll give you $200 and these 3 cards. When you move up to the second level, we add another $200 of betting money, 3 more cards. Your minimum bets are $50 until you get to the top card, the big bet. There you must bet at least half the money. Let's do it. $200.
Let's go.
And your first base card, I hope you don't need any more, is a jack. You want to play that?
That's a good card, yes. I'll bet $200 that the next card is lower.
Right away, betting it all. $200 lower than a jack. No.
Oh my God!
That bottom line always seems to do you in, but you're not dead yet because that king goes up to the next level where we add the $200 of betting money there. You're back in it with $200.
I'll bet the whole 200 that the next card is lower.
$200 lower than a king. Yeah, very much lower. A 3. $400 with a 3.
We'll bet the whole 400 that the next card is higher.
And remember, there's no more money to add. It's all up to you now, all or nothing. $400 higher than a 3. Oh yes, and very much higher with a queen. $800 and a queen, Carol.
Queens haven't been lucky to me, but they have to be now. So I'm going to bet it all that the next card is lower.
$800 lower than a queen. Yes, a 10. $1,600. Boy, you made a great comeback, Carol. We moved the 10 up. You must bet at least $800. You can bet more. You have $1,600 and a 10. Carol, what's your big bet?
I really don't like tens, so I'll bet. Oh heck! I'm going to bet 1,000 of it that it's lower. It's lower.
$1,000. $1,000 bet lower than a 10? No, Queen. But you held some back, and again, by a few $100s, Carol, you win some money. $600. Come on, Carol. Doggone it. It's always that one card that does it. But Carol just inches along, and she's up to $3,225 by inches. We'll be right back, right after this. Buzzer. Back with our champion. Carol, $3,225.
That's terrific.
Paid for that trip and paid for the car repair. Right?
I hope so.
Okay, Carol. Try to defend that title right now as we load in 2 brand new decks of cards and meet our next challenger on Card Sharks. Marie Smith. Hello, Marie. Welcome.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Why don't you tell us about yourself?
Right, my name's Marie Smith. I live in Huntington Beach, and I'm a principal in the all-American city of La Habra, California.
Are you a little nervous, Marie?
Just a tish.
Don't be.
Never happened before.
Let me hold your hand here.
I appreciate it.
La Habra?
La Habra, all-American city.
Why is it called the all-American city?
They interviewed the people and took a look at the community participation, and they decided it was ideal community.
You're very strong, Marie. You're very strong. Good luck in the match. Relax. You're among friends. And Marie will play the lower cards, the blue cards. Carol plays the upper cards, the red cards. Carol, we asked 100 men a ridiculous question. I'm always afraid of what comes after that when we preface it that way. Let's find out. Oh, this makes sense. If an Arab sheik offered you $10 million for your wife, would you sell her? How many men said they would sell their wives?
That's a really hard question. I would really hope that not very many men would sell their wives. I'll have to say, nowadays, I'll say 15 would.
15 for $10 million would sell their wife.
I'm going to count on love to win out. I'm going to say it's lower.
You say lower. I know some men that wouldn't even take that much. Let's find out. The actual number of men who would sell their wives for $10 million is 34. I guess they figured they could buy them back for less. Carol, which your base card? It's a 9. Do you want it?
No, let's change that 9.
You've got to play this one. A 10. Better card.
A little bit better. We'll go lower.
Lower than a 10. No. You're right. Those 10s don't do you any good, Carol. A break for Marie, who gets to play a 7. Can't change it.
Can I take it higher?
Higher than a 7? Yes, it's a 10.
I'm going to freeze right there.
And we move over the freeze bar. You've got that 1-card lead as we fill in the space. Marie, your first question. And I mentioned before, we polled some U.S. congressmen. I think it's great that they helped us out. We asked 100 United States congressmen in Washington, D.C., do you think homosexuals should be allowed to teach grade school students? How many congressmen said homosexuals should be allowed to teach grade school students?
Ooh, might be election year. I think that would be pretty unpopular. I'm going to say 20.
20. Carol, higher or lower?
20 congressmen? I mean, I would say... I don't think... I'll have to say higher.
You say higher.
Something tells me higher.
The actual number of congressmen who said homosexuals should be allowed to teach grade school students is 45. It's higher, Carol. And what do you want to do with that 10, Carol?
Let's change it, please.
See if we can improve it. No, right up the middle with an 8.
Lower.
Lower than an 8. It is lower, a 4.
I like that 4. We'll go higher.
Higher than a 4. Yes,
Oh my God.
Lower.
lower than an ace. Very much lower with a 4.
We'll go higher.
Gonna try for the win. Higher than a 4. She did it with another ace. Let's set up for the next game, Janice. Well, very nicely done in game number 1 to Carol with $100. And as we often mention, as we set up the same 2 decks of cards. So
if we go with part 2, do part 3, call y'all because if I get number 2, come right through and then don't go anywhere. I'm gonna put my cost on your ass, okay? See you on part 3.